I've been pulling these staples out of that hold that copper wire. I'm on the end. I got the rest of it done. I got at least 3 more. 1, 2, 3. I tried using that, but I can't get a bite on the nail. I don't know what they call those staples. Yeah, post staples. Anyway, they're shaped like a U. Yeah, so I had to drive a screwdriver, that's a Phillips head, underneath through the nail and then pry it up. That's the only thing that seemed to work, and I can get it out with that. I didn't even need that. Let me get these 3 done, and then I'll show you the rest of the log pole. I haven't cut it up yet either. Got all the staples out. Got to roll up the copper wire. I guess while I'm at it, I'm not going to use this part, this end, but I want to take this stuff off just in case I use it. I'm only going to have about less than probably around 6 foot left, which ain't enough. I could use it as a short post somewhere. Yeah, I'll just hang on to it for a while. Like everything else, I don't throw nothing away. I wonder what I can do with that. That's like a nice pulley. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that. But I'll save that too. Well, it took some effort. That's the tools I used so far. I got some pliers and screwdriver, side cutters. Anyway, I need some wrenches to take those nuts off. And some WD too. There's a copper wire. And it was a ground wire where it was a power pole. Okay. As soon as I get them hardware off the other end. I can cut it up now, but I'm going to get the hardware off first, so I don't have to do it later. There might be some hardware on the bottom there, but I'll wait until I get the logs cut up. I'm making them a little shorter. What I did, I think I'm only going to be able to dig a hole 32 inches deep. That's about my maximum. I can make it 32, but then I got to make the hole so wide to get my post hole diggers in. The handles to spread out to grab the dirt. So I'm making them 32 deep. Then from 32, I'm going to, I made it 80 inches, which is about 6 foot 8 inches above the ground. Yeah. If I made it 10 foot, it'd be like, it'd be higher than that. Anyway, tired. Let me go get some wrenches and finish that job down there. On the right side wrenches. We'll see if I can take those. That looks like a lag screw. There's no bolt on the other side. That's got a screw bolt. That's a 5-bolt. I got them both loose. Now I got to take it apart. Then I got to drive that thing out. I don't take it that hard. Well, here's the tools I used. I got all the hardware out, I think. Oh, is it windy? West, pretty strong too. West, southwest. Yeah, I don't know, it's hard to tell. I think it's from the south or southwest. I used those 2 wrenches to get that off, and all them tools to get all this wire off, and brackets, copper wire. Wonder if I have a use for that. Yeah, except for this end, log's in pretty good, it's pretty solid. It doesn't see any rotten spots. There was some white there, When I'll know when I cut. I'm gonna cut it off right about there, about a foot up. Anyway, I guess I'm ready to cut it into 2 logs. I'm gonna measure it again, just to make sure. Whole saying: measure twice, cut once. There's a hawk screeching in that tree above the trailer. In front of the trailer. Just left of that cedar. I don't know what he's doing. Is he trying to catch something? Is he eating something? He's doing something up there. Making a lot of noise too. I think it might be mating season. Anyway, I still got work to do. He flew off with another one over that way. I guess they're getting ready to mate and make a nest somewhere over there. Wish it wasn't so windy. Yeah, cat. I don't know if it sees me. No, it saw me. Let's see if it keeps going. I saw him eating last night too. Him and another cat. I'm guessing it's him. I'll try not to move. Cows are going up to the barn. That cat's going around that way. I haven't seen it yet. It's gonna go get some. It's been hunting. It's gonna get some cat food now. Yeah, I saw it eating the cat food. I got the cat food set outside, away from by the water tub, underneath the light, so I couldn't see any raccoons coming around. I didn't see none last night. I saw 2 cats besides mine. Okay, he's going. Well, here's the spacing. I'm gonna cut this end off. That'll be the 32 inches for inside in the ground. That's about as deep as I can make it. And then 80 inches above ground. That's about 6 foot 8 inches. And then the second post will be at the bottom. It will be at the top of the first post. And then another 32 inches and another 80 inches. So I'll have 2 posts, and I'll have a little bit left over. Yeah, that part's going at 32 inches going into the hole. That's going into the hole, and that's going to cut off. That's a bit left over. Not big enough to make a pole, but it's a pretty good size post. Yeah, that bigger end will go on in the center out there, the corral, and this will go closer to the tree I'm going to cut down. Now all I do is get the chainsaw sharpened and hope it starts. Haven't used it for a while. I forget when I used it last. But the chain's so tight, I gotta loosen the chain out before I can even move it. My cat, look how fat she is. She's gonna pop here one of these days. Where you headed? Huh? Keep your feet out of the oil. I can't work with you around me. There's a casualty of my work on that thing. Trying to get it moved away from the wall. Broke my shovel yesterday. What do you think about that cat? You don't care, do you? Okay, let's get to work. What I gotta do is loosen the chain. That's so tight. That's a little better. At least I can move the chain. Yeah, this chain. Yeah, that's the nose thing I got. Okay, let me sharpen it. I got it sharper in this bush as I could. And changed a little loose, but I'd rather have it loose than too tight. Only going to make 1, 2, 3 cuts. I had to turn around. I was over there. The wind was blowing right at me. I had to turn around. So most of the wind swept to my back now. Well, I better check the gas and oil too. There's enough gas and oil in there for 3 cuts. Get some air plugs. And to get it started. I've been having troubles lately since last year. I even took this apart. I took the pulley thing apart because it broke. I had to get it. I used an old cord off of a lawnmower. I got it put it back together, but I think the spring is sprung. But and it seems like there's a lot of back pressure. I'm going to have to have it looked at one of these days. But it takes me a while to get it started. Once it gets started, it's usually okay. It dies real quick too. If you try, I choke it, push that lever all the way down. Yeah, I had a problem with that switch too a couple of years ago, and I got it running again, but it didn't work as good as it used to. I pushed that switch all the way down to choke it, and it took me a while to get it started the first time. But then when you pull up the trigger to speed up the saw, that little lever there flips up to the middle there for the idle, or to run it. And then when it died many times. But every time it starts dying, I just push it back down to choke. Push that little lever down all the way. But every time I pull the trigger, it comes back up. But finally I got it going. And I got the logs on it. Now I got 2 posts. The saw cut's a little crooked. It cuts that one there. I cut it this way and it slants it that way. That's that sharp right there. Posts are heavy. I don't know how well lift them. Heavy. Something, I'll think of something. They can stay here for a while. Oh, that's right, I gotta do something. Yeah, I'd like to pull them over, get them away from this side, get them up there. Easier to work on. Yeah, the posts are pretty solid. With my right hand, this side I did there is some rust. And then I cut off the rod. Some of this is rotten too, but most of it's pretty hard. Oh, I got my 2 logs. I gotta drag them up to the front. So I need to set the old posts next to them, and so I can see where I can drill the holes. Let's get this Putting it on the truck will be another story. Another challenge, Okay, just move it through the brake. Move it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to roll the big end over to there. Okay, let's go get the other one. I like seeing that young white bull with the Highlanders. After I bring a bale, after I put a bale in the barn, I'm going to lock him up in there for a while, so he can have better access to these when they're in heat. That big bull's interference, since he can't do the job anyway. This log is heavy here. I think I can drag it. I'm going to put it in four-wheel drive because the other one, as I was making my turn, I guess this here lifted it up. Four-wheel drive probably won't make any difference because the front end was going up because I got it tied too high. Anyway, I think I can move it anyway. Gotta drag it from here around to there, and then I roll it in like I did the other one. Oh, they're there. I'm gonna take the old post out of the truck and lay them side by side. See what I'm working with. I could probably drag them out to the corral and get pasture with the ATV too. But I got a lot of work to do on them yet. Boy, I'm ready to take them out there. Okay, that's the post. That was in the middle, and that one was near the tree. So I'm going to put them correspondingly. The big one's going to go in the middle, and that's going to go by the tree. That one's going in the middle, that one's going by the tree. That's what I'm working with. As I don't have no battery powered drills, normally I would just drill a gate hinge by hand drills. Old fashioned hand drills. That's too much drilling. That way I get my gate set where I want it. But in this situation, I'm using the old post since they broke off at the ground. That's going in the ground, 32 inches. That's going to be the middle post. And I just got to decide which side I want facing in. I probably have this side facing in, so I'll just put all those hinges in the same place. And I was going to turn some of these around, but I said they were working before, so I'll do it again. And these posts are bigger. And I got them the same length, so they're not flat over there, and I can still put a board on them. A 2x, I never did measure that. I say at least 2x8, 2x10. I think I'll go with a 2x10. I think this big one was 9 inches wide. Yeah. 2x8 would still work too. Well, that's what I gotta mark everything up where I want it. I think I can do it. me to do that today. I gotta feed hay yet today. I'll put that on hold for now. We're going to be able to transfer the mark exactly where those are going to be. Do some measuring, I guess. 3:30 p.m. It's close to 4 p.m. and I'm going to go feed some hay bales. 2 out in the big pasture, and I'll bring 2 back here. And look who's coming up. A pregnant cat. Hope she keeps her baby safe from the raccoons this time. So let's start the engine. To wait to repair because I don't have the tools. I need the saw and I need well, I guess I don't need the insulators. That's supposed to be above the T-post. See, every other one skipped. See, and they have to tighten the fence up. Nothing's broke here. It's not, the fence ain't on the, it's only on that limb. If I could raise that up and prop it with something, let me see if I can find a limb to prop it. Wait, and then I'm locked out if I get done. I'm going to go ahead and put this bale outside the gate there. Put it there and I'll come back to the other one at the top. I'll just have to wait until I get there. Then I'll come back and open this gate. Or I'll open this gate after I go to the next bale. Go through and close the gate on the next bale. They're waiting for me. One more bale to pull down. I don't see much grass growing on my road yet. Taking this bale to the house. One down by the gate. They're all waiting right here for me to close this gate. They're open the gate for them and close the gate for me. Close it. Come on. All right, you can come through now. You come through. Don't go through the other gate. Come on. What you waiting for? You want an invitation? Hey, Red. They know where they're going. They're going back up to the top. They probably figured they got some hay. Come on. There's the two mamas this year so far. They both had their calves. She had hers on January 15th or February 14th. There they are. Following their mamas. He likes to ride. Come on. Running out of battery. There, they called her. Mama says, "Where are you?" "That's you. She's calling you." Yeah, she's calling you. Oh, he's got some red. He must be rubbing on his side. Maybe he's losing their winter. Yeah, I think they're starting to lose their winter coat. They're gonna need it Sunday and Monday. No, Sunday's supposed to be warm during the day, but then at night it gets down to 20 or something. And then Monday night's the worst. Monday and Monday night. It's gonna be real cold. There's a bale. I'll have to come back for that one. But I'll be able to close the gate. Hey, Red. Sorry you lost your calf, but you look like you're doing okay. You should get Red back soon enough. There they are, trailing up. They're going to have two bales to eat. Close the gate, didn't I? Shoot! Yeah, close the gate. close the gate? Sometimes I forget if I close it. I can't remember if I closed it. Oh, I guess we're all through. Okay, guys, I gotta go. I'm letting the grass grow up on the road because I sowed some grass, but I don't know if it's going to grow or not. Soil on that road's not too good. And I'm probably going to have to get rock on there one of these days. But I got to strengthen my bridge first before I get a load of rock. When I cross it. Okay, let's head out that gate and go home. What you waiting for? At least we're not very hungry for hay. Close the gate, they were too close. Hey, not here. They were too close. I'm going to move it down there. I had to close the gate. I would have got out. Okay, let me head down there. Using my hand to grab the tail off the back. Found it. Well, Shannon, warmed up a little bit today. I don't need a jacket right now. Yeah, I'm going to carry that. Hey, I'm going to carry that first. Seems like I'm getting farther up the hill every time I see it. That's okay. There's one missing. Yeah, he's not so near, he knocked it off. Good boy. It's like that young white bull. He's having a hard time getting in. He's not getting chased away. I guess they're all busy eating now, they don't mind it now. To get out the tractor to fix that T-post that's leaning. The one that's leaning against is broke off. I need to replace it. And the other one is short too. I don't know if they both broke off. I'm using one in the back to prop up the other one. I need to replace it. But since I was off the tractor, I decided to go ahead and committee. I better close it when I go through. I still got to get a bale down by the big pasture tree. These little red bulls don't have to wait today. And look, the young white bull, he's right in there eating with it. They're so busy eating the hay, I guess they don't even notice that he's in there. Well, I guess they notice, but they don't care. Yeah, I need to fix that there. I guess the white one got chased out. Now for the last bale down by the big pasture gate. I'll haul that out one of these days. Last bale I fed over there. Oh, there's a cat. I wonder if that's my cat. Oh, could be the neighbor's cat. Anyway, I'll put it right over here. I'll leave enough room to walk behind it. I fed hay here before. Yeah, I got a mess to clean up here as soon as it dries up a little bit. Too wet right now. Okay, let's get the bale, back it in here. Cut the net wrap off first so I don't have to get off the tractor in here because it's kind of spongy in here. And I don't have my boots on. Move this tub out of the way. Last time I had to take the water there. Okay, let's back it in. I got plenty of room now. That older bull comes in here, I'll let him up in here by himself. I'll have that gate closed and the gate behind me closed. I'll keep him locked in so we get the rest of the other bull. I'm going to leave that gate open over there so they can come in, but I'm going to close this one. I think tomorrow, I'm not going to work on these yet. Tomorrow, I'm going to try to dig out the posts that are left, the support posts that I put in to hold these broken ones up. Dig them out and dig the rest of the hole out, at least 32 inches on all the holes, on the 3 holes for the posts. Because I got to dig out the part that broke off. I dig them out, and there's another one out there too. That's not that's broke, but it's still standing. Yeah, I want to get all that holes dug before I cut the tree down. I won't put the poles in until after the tree's down, but yeah, because it's going to take time to get these 6 on each post, 12 hinges set up just right to match what's on, to match this to that. Like I said, I'll work on this some other time. I still got to cut the tree down anyway, but I want to dig out the holes, and then I'll cover the holes with something so the cows won't step in them. See what I got. See what I got that to do that. Some kind of plywood, I guess. Hey, cat. Did you have a nice nap in the barn? Yeah, I think she's going to have kittens out there. But wherever she has them, the raccoons might find them. So, I don't know. There's no way I can protect them, because if I mess with them right away, she'll move them anyway. That's what cats do. You don't play with them until they're big enough to know you. I'm going to load up some tools I'm going to need. It's going to be tricky pulling them broken post out of the ground, but I'll need something with leverage. Let's see what I can find. I heard your pitter patter of feet. Where are you going? Do you know where you're going? Well, it's 6:30 p.m. and the sun's getting low. Sunsets. I think sunsets just around 7 p.m. Yeah, I looked it up on Tuesday. That's St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, on Tuesday, St. Patrick's Day, on the 17th of March, the day will be 12 hours, and the night will be 12 hours, give or take a few minutes. Pretty close to the same. Around, I forgot what it was, 7:04, 7:05, around 7:05. Sunrise and sunset, something like that, or close to it. Yeah, days are getting longer. I can feel it. Although we gotta put up with a couple more cold days. See, Sunday, yeah, Sunday. Okay, tomorrow's going to be nice, just like today. But Sunday is supposed to be warm during the daytime. At least the high is. Don't know when that high is. Don't know if it's at night. Early morning or when it gets cold, but Sunday night, it's supposed to get down to 20, and then Monday I don't even think it's going to be above freezing during the day, or around freezing, or a little bit above, and then at night it's supposed to be down to 12 or something. It's going to be a cold night. Monday night. I forgot what Tuesday was going to do. But after that, it warms up again. So we'll be okay. Just got to survive those 2 days of cold. Wind change is from the north. Now, I think it was from the south most of today, southwest. But right now it's from the north. It's a little chilly, but it's not too bad. I'm going to end it here. I'm going to wait for the sunrise to actually set. I got another half hour or so, or less, but that's all for today. Like I said, tomorrow I'm going to at least try to dig those holes out. I think they got rock in them. I put rock in the hole when I set those support posts before. Added those support posts. Rock is hard to dig out. Okay, that's all for today then. With the sun shining in, you can see all my mess in the back. Yeah, well, that's because I don't organize very good. He's waiting his turn. Eventually they're going to find that bale in the barn. And if I can get the older bull in the barn, I'm going to lock him in there. That way this other young white bull can be with these three Highlanders next time any of them come into heat. Yeah. I want to give them a chance sooner than June. Yeah, it's half of March. That's 2.5 months before I get rid of before I send the other big bull to the butcher. So Because I think the young one wants to breed, but see how the other one keeps chasing them away. So I want to eliminate that nuisance. Only problem is locking that bull up by himself. He just hollered. Originally I had him locked up with that one. Him and him. But all he did was holler and holler and holler. So I'm just going to have to put up with his mooing. Trying to get back with his girls. Oh, I like my new fence. I still got to move this thing. Yeah, it shouldn't be this close to that tree anyway. My burn pile. It served its purpose though, all these years. Oh, let's go look at the place I want to move it to. Yeah, the hog panel fence was here to there. Now it's straight across. Let's go take a look at those pear blossoms. They're going to get froze, I've got a feeling. Let me go ahead and close this gate too. There's no cattle in there, but I want to keep it closed. There's that weed that grows out in the neighbors, all the fields this time of year. It's a short plant, but it's going to be all purple here pretty soon. All the flowers are purple. I can see some there already. Yeah, that's just something that took over in the garden. Probably was in the manure. Yeah, or whatever. I don't know where it came from. Let's check out the blossoms on that pear tree. Well, the blossoms aren't open yet, so that might help them. But it's going to be a hard freeze, though. This is that bunch I looked at the other day. They didn't open up. Like I said, it's going to be pretty cold. Sunday night and Monday night down in the 20s, maybe lower. Maybe lower in the teens on Monday night. But then it warms up after that. But the daytime will be warm. But let's see what happens. Hope I get pears this year. The sun went down behind that cloud there. Yeah, I want to make a burning pile over here somewhere. There's an old stump there, but it's not. It's almost gone. I'm going to burn all these branches. Those, and those, and these. Burn them here somewhere. Look at that cat. It's inside the limbs. Yeah. I'll put it right where those yellow poles are. I'll take them out of there. But that's where I'm going to burn all these things. And once that's burnt, then I'll use that. I'll move my ring, burning ring, from over there to here. And I'll stick it with T-posts. Because the cattle will be able to come in here. So I want to make sure they don't push it around. I'll put 4 T-posts. I think I can get 4 old ones somewhere. Pear. I just see them, but there's some blossoms. I hope they survive the cold. Next week, a couple of days of bitter cold. I don't know. That's not good for the pears. Could kill them. It won't kill the tree, it just might damage the blossoms. Well, whatever happens, happens. I'll be a shame if I lost the pears this year. Cat, can't climb the tree, you're too pregnant. There's that apple that grew from seed, but the cattle have been picking on it all for a few years. I don't know if it's going to survive. It might be dead already. Some green buds at the very top. But this area is dead here when you rub on it. Oh well. I never had no apples on it anyway. I just let it go. Oh, the sun's getting bright. The afterglow. Afterglow. I can't get out of here. I have to go back the way I came. That'll be a good place for a burning pile. Just about where those limbs are laying. Eventually I'm going to haul some manure out of the barn. And I'm just going to put it right on top of that green stuff. Whenever I get around to doing that. About 7:02 p.m. Sun's down. Now, in my phone camera, it looks yellow, but with my eyes, it looks orangey pink. Red, sort of a red, orange, pink, that kind of color. I guess the camera just don't pick it up as good. Yeah. Well, I guess that's all for today. Gotta go in and take it easy. That's gonna be my new burning pile down there somewhere. It's a longer walk. I have to walk around the garden to get there, but that's all right. I got a bunch of bags of trash saved up, but I'm saving it for these piles of brush. This one here, the one in front of the house, over at the pear trees, at the farm, any place I got a brush pile. 1, 2, 3. I got 4 of them. I need to collect some more trash. I see a blinking light down there. What is it from? Must be far away. Must be some kind of a cell tower. Yeah. It's just right at the lower of the low trees. But anyway, I've done enough today.